In this video, I'm going to show you how to archive your Google Classroom class at the end of the quarter or semester. So in this situation, the last day of the quarter was October 15th. So this class, I need to go to my classwork page, and I need to archive everything that's before October 15th. Now, if you set up your Google Classroom, one of the three ways that I suggested at the beginning of the school year, this should look familiar to you. So I've got all of my assignments. At the top, I've got my weekly calendars, and then I've got all of my assignments by day. You may have them by subject or by a week. That's all fine. I'm going to scroll all the way to the bottom, and at the beginning of the year, I created an archive topic. And I've been putting all of my weekly calendars in there as they expire. Some people have asked if I should just archive my class. And you don't want to archive your whole class until the end of the year. And I'll show you a few reasons why I'm doing some of the things that I'm doing in just a minute. But just know that if you archive your whole class in the middle of the year, it's going to you'll have to create a new class for the same students again. They'll have to join the class again, and you'll have a brand new grade book again. So you want to keep the same class for the whole year, at least at the elementary level, so you can keep your grades and your grade book together if you ever have to go back and look at grades like I've had to do before. So keep that in mind. And we're here at the bottom of the classwork page looking at our archive for the first quarter. And all you do, and I start at the bottom because I have all of my topics arranged chronologically from the newest being at the top. So I'm going to start at the bottom, and this assignment, I'm going to drag it down to the archive. That assignment doesn't go away, it just changes the topic from Wednesday, September 9th to archive. So it's still there, it's still in my grade book. All of the comments to the students and the comments back to the teacher are all still saved. It's just now moved to a new topic. And I'll do that with the next one. All the way to here. Now, I've ran into two assignments that I don't need to keep in my grade book because these aren't graded. The Math iStation, at least 30 minutes, and Reading iStation, at least 30 minutes. I assign those so the students will, on those days, go into their iStation, work for 30 minutes, and then turn it in. I don't need to keep it because I don't grade that. So instead of dragging it down here, I'm just going to delete that. I don't need to save that. So I'm going to click on the options, I'm going to click delete, and yes, I'm going to delete the assignment. And then I'll do that for the next one. And then once there's nothing left in that topic, I'm just going to delete the topic also. And then I'll be on to the next topic, Thursday, September 10th, and I'll do the same thing. Notice I'm dragging from the bottom down to the top of the archive. That way the archive stays in chronological order, the same order that the assignments were posted in the classroom. And once in a while you'll get a message saying that you have to refresh. And that's just refreshing the page. And I just keep right on going. It takes some time. Alright, so the reason that I am moving my assignments down into an archive topic rather than deleting all of my assignments is if I delete an assignment, it no longer shows up in my grade book. So if you notice what date I started deleting assignments, you'll notice that they're not there anymore. They're just completely gone. I can scroll this all the way to the very end and any assignment that I deleted is no longer there. So if you're like me, there are times that I need to go back in my gradebook and see evidence of a specific standard, or maybe I need to see a writing sample from a student. If I deleted that assignment, everything associated with that assignment is now gone. It's not in my gradebook anymore. But the assignments that I just moved to a new topic, they're still here. They're just moved to a different topic, but they are still here. That's why I move the assignments to an archive topic rather than deleting them. Now I still have a lot of assignments to move down, and yes, it does take some time, but the nice thing is that it keeps everything organized for you and for the students. Now I'm going to speed this up so you don't have to watch the whole thing. Alright, so here I am at the end. I have moved all of my assignments down into my archive for quarter one. I've deleted all of my topics that are old for quarter one. And I can click the View More button at the bottom so I can see all of my assignments that I've moved down into the archive. And if I go to my Grades tab, I can see all of my old assignments still here. So if I need to view a student's assignment, the assignment's still there, all of the attachments are still there, and so that way if I need to look back, I still have the evidence that I need. The other nice thing is that having them in the archive rather than deleted, a student that might have a missing assignment, they still have the option to go back and do that assignment. It cleans up the classwork page because students only are going to see the topics over here on the left that have an active assignment in them. So they'll see the archive, and then starting tomorrow, which is October 19th, once that is active, they will see that topic. The rest of them will all be gone. So it'll keep it nice and organized for them, and it will keep it nice and organized for you as well. And then I'm going to create a new topic for the archive for quarter two. That way I can start putting my weekly calendars as they expire into the quarter two archive. Now, to keep everything organized for the students and for you, I always like to put my archive topics at the bottom of the classwork page. So I'm just going to click it and drag it all the way down to the bottom. And I like to put it right on top of the other archive. That just helps to keep things consistent. I always have the older assignments and the older topics at the bottom, and it gets newer as it moves up. So I keep the older archive at the bottom, and the next archive just above it. And then when quarter 2 is over, I'll add a quarter 3 archive and put it on top. And remember, like any other topic, nothing will show up for the student in that topic. So they won't even see that topic on their page until there's something in that. So next week, when the calendar expires, and I drag that down and put it in the archive, then they will see this archive and they'll be able to see the old calendar in that archive. So now your Google Classroom is ready for the next quarter. If you need some help setting up your Google Classroom, look for my video on the initial Google Classroom setup, and it will show you how to set up your classroom like this. And like I said, there are 2 other options depending on your situation that might work better for you. I hope this has been helpful. If you have any questions, feel free to email me at this email address.